After 55 months I think I'm officially out of non sequiturs. Happy Eurovision season.
And here is your host, me! Good evening, welcome to you all, it's me. The pylons are actually back in returning, yes, and it seems like all the neon tubes are also working. Welcome to the fixed up Winning Lines studio, where I managed to break Quiz Cube
I'm not
instead.
wearing pants, so it's sinning lines.
I mean, you do you, JB. You're not streaming right now. Thank you for the 100 bits. Hope you're doing well. Can I also say thank you to KJR with the 3-month free sub there on Happy Eurovision season. Yes, apparently that's already a thing. And also apparently it's already Christmas season over in the Philippines. Got like 3.5 months yet till Christmas. How can you deal with it already? 55 months from Clyde, who's run out of non-secateurs, and Connor gifting out 5 gifted subs there. Thank you very much for those gifted subs out there, Connor. Appreciate that. I hope you're doing well, and just immense generosity as always. Quizmas. God, I haven't even started planning for Quizmas. There's one game I think written already for Quizmas, because someone had an idea early on in the year, a bit like with what Pop did with Secret Fortune last year, actually. Someone had an idea of a pack for a certain thing way back, and we've earmarked that as one of the games potentially for Quizmas, but I need to arrange another 5 more like that. I don't know what it is, Topper. I really don't know. It's like one of these quizzical Christmassy things you hear so much about. Kind of like a quiz, just generally with a Christmas flair to it, but we're not dealing with Christmas right now. It's just turned September. We need to get through Halloween first, at the very least, and then we can maybe start thinking about Christmas after that.
Not loving this Halloween erasure.
Yule Royale.
Let me have
that'd be
one
so
day
good,
where
Chris.
it's socially acceptable for me to dress up as a cat, you cowards.
I mean, you can dress up as a cat whenever you wish, Oni. Just that, yeah, Halloween does seem to make that more acceptable for one night only. Thank you for the 100 bits. Appreciate that as well. Christmas never ends. I beg to differ. Christmas definitely does end. Right, we're going to get into this game. First game of Winning Lines this evening, and you need the room code of the following. PMXS. PMXS is the room code to enter in to play this game. Now, also, going to switch on, if I can focus on the right window, I'm also going to switch on for game number 1. I'll also switch the Winning Line ticket redemption on. So at the measly cost of, I think, 50 Duke coin. Yes, 50 Duke coin. You can put in a Winning Line ticket redemption. What the hell is a Winning Line ticket redemption, I hear you ask, if you're not familiar with this game? Well, it is pretty simple, actually. It's sort of like a lottery draw. Over the course of the first round, you are going to be what generates the 6 digits that make up our winning line. Whoever advances through on round number 1, we take their podium number, or more specifically their units podium number, and those 6 then will combine to form our winning line. Oh, hello! Noises are happening! As I'm struggling, I can't even see it, because there's all the Winning Line ticket redemptions currently blocking my activity feed. Let's have a look at this now. On Streamlabs, it's Mr. Puzzle Dan gifting out some subs there. 5 gifted subs from space. Going to Scorecount, Lugaru, BC, Gamba Milo, and Jake Pawson. Welcome on in. Thank you very much for those gifted subs, Puzzle Dan. I suspect how September has been enabled on Twitch potentially. I don't know what the deal is with September this time round, but apparently that might be a thing as to why there's lots of subscriptions going on right now. So yeah, might be cheaper subscriptions for this month and this month only, or possibly only if you're gifting to other people. And also thank you for the follow from... Thank you for the follow from Sonic Elwood, in fact. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome on into the stream. So yes, the winning line, we will generate a 6-digit number, and whoever is closest to that 6-digit number will win the winning line doot prize of 10,000 doots. Someone sent me a message directly Up to 30% off of brand new subs, says Cool Dude. That is what September offers to you. Cool. Sure. Yeah, that's about the best they can do, apparently. I remember when September actually was a good deal for all subs, and now it's just nah. Nah, mate. Good luck with that. You have to worry about the digits in a particular order, because we just count the number of each particular digit. So if it ended up being that we revealed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you predicted 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then you will predict 6 of 6 correct, because you had 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, and 1, 6 in your prediction. So the order of your digits does not matter. Just in case you're submitting multiple tickets with your numbers in certain permutations, doesn't matter. Every single permutation of your 6 digits will be counted, essentially, with your winning line prediction. Do note, though, that our pony numbers will range from 1 through to 49. So don't go for all the zeros or all of a certain digit, because you won't be able to get all of a certain digit appearing. It's just not possible. You have for example, you take the 5. You've got the 5, the 50, and 25, the 35, and the 45. There's 5 5s. You can't have 6 5s. So if you try and do 6 of a certain digit, it's impossible. So put a different number in inside.
Breaking news.
Oh yeah. Speaking of,
I just got hired at my first
impossible.
choice.
No. There. Speaking of impossible, there it is. Speaking of impossible, Elim Possible last night on Top of Stream was actually amazing. Actually amazing, that edition of Elim Possible. If you didn't see that, he took his game Elimination and then added the third dimension to it of impossible, where one of the wrong answers is so wrong it's impossible. It couldn't possibly be right. Those that answered with impossible answers were sorted below those that gave just a plain wrong answer. That really completely mixed up how the game worked. And on a couple of occasions, I didn't know what the right answer was. I was just going for an answer I knew was wrong, but also I knew was not impossible, because then I would avoid getting sorted to the bottom. Means I know I'm going down in the rankings, most likely because I've got a wrong answer versus people getting the right answer, but I'm hoping that people would have gotten impossible answers so that I don't get stuck in the eliminator. Eventually, it didn't work out for me. I did end up in the eliminator on an impossible answer, no less. I think we actually got deadlocked. Everybody that gave a wrong answer gave the same impossible answer, so we were all just deadlocked in position. But that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. And really did enjoy that game of
Ash
Impossible.
dropped into the poop when I did. I might have grabbed onto his legs at the time.
Yeah, you might have done, Oni. You might have done. Yeah, I was on those. It was that question about the 2 TV shows that I'd never seen a single episode of. So yeah, I didn't feel hard done by at all. I had no idea what I was getting, and I just happened to fall into the Heffalump trap. Trap is the word I'm looking for. But it's just how it goes. Just how it goes. Right. We'll go for one more minute. We have started this game late because there were issues with QuizCube that I apparently made the game broken with all of my Twitch code changes. So last minute in the lobby, we'll then close the winning line ticket redemptions, and then we'll get this game underway. How many do we have in currently? 25 players in with a shout for this game. That's nice. About half of the potential playing base for the 49ers. So nice. This should be a nice game for everyone to play on this one. 696969 redemption from top of there. I'm glad that my redemption code is just working and it is validating all the redemptions, and it should be marking them automatically as resolved as well. And if you give me a wrong text, that it actually should refund automatically. I believe I checked that ages ago, but I don't think it's been checked recently. But I think it's fine. It should all be okay. Welcome to the game, brand new Halo. Brings us up to 26 in the lobby right now. I think someone also wanted the suggestion of doing like a lucky dip kind of situation with winning line tickets, and do like a lucky dip times like 10 or 50. I'm kind of umming and ahhing on that one. I don't know whether I should do that or not. But then it just feels like if you've got lots of Duke coin, then you're just going to throw it around. Whereas this, you actually have to put in physical effort into putting tickets in. So you're actually spending a time in submitting your tickets rather than just letting an RNG number thing do its thing. I know I do it with lottery, but with lottery there's a lot of potential payout. Whereas this, you could sort of lock out the payouts to be in your favour by just having all of the tickets. So yeah. Real work required, I think, to earn your points here, earn your prizes. Okay, I'm going to close the tickets down in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... And the ticket office is now closed. As we say thank you to, I think that was Dragon that subscribed there. Yes, Dragon7398 did subscribe for 16 months amongst the myriad of all of the other redemptions going on in my activity feed. Thank you very much for the 16-month resub, Dragon. Appreciate that. Welcome on in. And also, hello, Tipster. Good to see you joining the game as well. So we've got 27 of us in on this game this evening. So I think we should get on with it. Get on with game number 1 of Winning Lines. And let's play. Ooh. Well, that was unexpected. It shouldn't have shown that straight away, but I kind of like it. It does mean we don't get to see your avatars immediately, but I kind of like that the rules just came up like that. I know why that happened. I just left an object on when I was messing around with it. Anyway, this is the 49ers, and your objective is to give me correct answers to numerical questions. The numbers will have an answer between... The answer, will be a number between 0 and 10,000. And now you can use thousand separators if you wish. It will just disregard them as punctuation. So you should be able to give me all sorts of, well, not all sorts of characters. You can give me the comma, the period, and use space as well as a thousand separator, if that helps you work out what the numbers are. Most of the time, the numbers are never going to go any higher than like 100, but sometimes we do ask for quite stratospheric numbers, hence why we have the range of 0 to 10,000 there. So you can use their separators if you wish. That is a new addition to this code that I added in this evening. I haven't tested it yet, but theoretically it should work. So yes, if you want to answer, whisper to Quizbot 3000, and if you are fastest to answer correctly, then you will advance through to the next round called Looking After Number 1. Yeah, you could type that if you wanted to, Proogs, and it should hopefully process that as just the answer 6. I think it should do that. Just don't go testing my code too much, is all I'll say, because who knows if my code actually works or not. We will see on the first question if any answers come through or not. If you don't know the answer, don't worry, you don't have to answer, but of course you can't advance if you do not answer the question. But beware, if you give me a wrong answer, if you submit an answer and it is wrong, then you will be eliminated from the game and you will not be able to advance through to the next round. But if you do get eliminated, don't worry, you can still answer for some free doots after the fact. So it's always worth answering questions even if you are eliminated. Answer fast, but don't be wrong. That is the main tenet of this round. It's now going to show the rules again, because this is what happens when I press the continue button. And let's play the 49ers. Let's play Winning Lines. There we all are. So, if you can't see where you are, just say the word my number in chat. It will tell you what podium number you're currently sitting at. Hopefully all the avatars have been loaded up correctly. I'm going to get my inspector window open, ready for this question. If you're ready, fingers on those digits in a whisper window to Quizbot 3000. Here comes your first question. After awarding a penalty kick, lots of football players from the offending team are swearing at final ref. How many players from one team would he need to send off before the team has to forfeit? After awarding a penalty kick, lots of football players from the offending team are swearing at final ref. How many players from one team would he need to send off before that team has to forfeit? Now I'm very worried because I'm not seeing many answers coming in. And I don't know if that's because I am not allowing the answers to come through, or if people are just not answering. And yes, Father Ref is the old username for Matt the Ref, by the way. There's a reason not many answers coming in. Okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine, Topper. I just want to make sure, because I can see the actual raw messages coming through, and I can just see that there's only one that did attempt the question here. So let's light you up if you attempted that question, because one of you did. Podium number 32. I can see that your name is Opsy Maths. Obviously, you can't tell from the avatar because it's an anonymous avatar, but you are Opsy Maths, and you are the one and only player that has answered this question. So if you're right, then we don't even care about your speed or anything like that. If you're right, then you are through to looking after number one. Though if you're wrong, then it's a swift departure, and you're the only one that gave me an answer. So yes, after rewarding a penalty kick, lots of football players from the defending team are swearing at Farnham ref. Now, typically in football, it's an 11-a-side game. As far as I'm aware... yes, so the number that you need to send off for the team to forfeit, because they can't construct a team greater in a suitable size to play the match, the magic number we're looking for is 5. So, Opsy, if you gave me the answer of 5, then I will light you blue. If you did not, then I'm going to light you red. Will you look at that? 5 is the right answer for Opsy! We go gold and we go through the procedure. There you are! Only one player answered the question, one player making their way through to looking after number 1. Well done, Opsy. It was a good punt. Hey, football joke there. And it has worked out for you. So you can relax. You can also answer future questions at no risk of losing your place. So you may as well go for some future guesses. We'll lose the 3 and keep the 2 in our winning line. So the first digit in our winning line is a 2. So if you've got a 2... in one of your winning lines, then you're on your way. How many have a 2 somewhere? 368 winning lines currently have a 2 somewhere in their winning line prediction. So that's where we're looking at currently. Everybody else, time to answer a question, because there's only 5 more potential places here. Just need a 5, 6 and a 90. Oh, it'd be so... I mean, we could possibly do a 5, 6, 9, 0. That's entirely possible with a winning line. We could do that. Just don't ask about footy. Well, let's see what RNG does for us. Get ready, fingers on digits. Here comes question number 2. In Japan and other Asian nations, what number is largely considered unlucky because it sounds like the word for death? In Japan and other Asian nations, what number, should I say, is largely considered unlucky because it sounds like the word for death? Okay. So, Opsy there in a slightly brighter shade of blue because they have already advanced. Did they answer the question? Let's light you up in pink if you played. Opsy did answer, gone a darker shade of purple here to indicate that they're not really at risk here. But 10 players did answer the question. So the numbering questions, certainly in Japanese, I believe, would be read as she. And she, if I can remember my counting, if I start from 1, we've got ich, ni, san, she. She is the number 4. So 4 is the correct answer we're looking for here. If you gave me 4, and just that digit 4, then I'll light you blue. If you did not, then I'll light you red. 2 wrong answers there from Deuce and Opsy, both going with the Western unlucky number being 13. But not so much over in the Asian nations, over in the East. No, they have number 4 considered unlucky. But for Opsy, it doesn't matter. Unfortunately, to Deuce, it does matter. You have now been eliminated. But don't forget, you can answer future questions for some free dudes. So 8 players gave me a right answer, but who was fastest? Third fastest for the time of 4.94 seconds. Oh, sorry, I need to light you up in gold. We already know this procedure, but I need to light you up in gold anyway. 8 of you can advance here. Third fastest at the time of 4.94 seconds. was Cetra at podium number 2. A very good time, but you were not fast enough this time. Second fastest, with a time of 4.42 seconds. Podium number 18, it's only, again, pretty fast, but not fast enough. Now that honour goes to first place with a time of 3.53 seconds, so a sub 4 seconds. Congratulations goes to podium number 5. It is Clive of Legend. Congratulations, Clive. You have secured a spot in looking after number 1 with that answer. And, well, JB, looking at the podium number here, we lose the 0 that doesn't really exist, and we keep the 5. And the second digit is a 5. We have 2-5 currently. Now we just need a 6 and a 9 and a 0, and we'll be all golden. Do we have any podium numbers ending in a 6? We do have a player on ending on 6. In fact, just the no, and Tipster also ending on number 6 for the podium number. We do have some podium numbers on ending on 9 and on 0 as well, so it is entirely possible we could make it happen. So 2 and 5, and currently 166 tickets have a 2 and a 5 somewhere in their prediction. Let me answer question number 4. Nobody else. We're not measuring that. We're not measuring the winning line prediction. But it could happen. Right. 2 players through. 4 more places to find. Just Deuce being eliminated. But remember, you can still answer for some free Deuce. Here comes question number 3. If Martin Luther had hammered 10 more theses to the churches of Wittenberg, how many theses would he have written? I think we've had this question before, but we're going to ask it again. If Martin Luther had hammered 10 more theses to the churches of Wittenberg, how many theses would he have written? Okay, we're going to light you pink if you played. We've got 8 players answering this question. So, originally, Martin Luther had written 95 theses and hammering them to the churches of Wittenberg. Originally 95. So, if you add another 10 to 95, then you would get to the total of 105. So, if you gave me 105, those 3 digits in that order, then I will light you blue. Tips is in the mix, I can see. Though if you did not give me that 105, then I will light you red. We got a 109 from Clive, a 106 from Milk, a 115 from Flyboy. All of those, unfortunately, wrong answers. Clive's already through, but for Milk and Flyboy, it's the end of the game. We've got 5 players with a correct answer here, and all of those 5 are going to go gold because they can advance on this question. The tips are still there on podium number 26. It could be. Well, let's go through the top 3. Third fastest. We've heard this name before already tonight, with a time of 9.09 seconds. It's Cetra at podium number 2. Second time in the top 3, Cetra. Not quite first place yet, though. Second place. We've heard this name before already, with a time of 5.15 seconds. It's only following Cetra once again. In second place, it's not fast enough. No, you are beaten with a time of 4.00 seconds. It's a 1 in 3. Who's it gonna be? The honour goes to Mark is the fastest on that answer. Unfortunately, Tipster was the slowest of the correct answers there, with a time of 12.715, so it just wasn't meant to be this time round. Mark, congratulations. You're through to looking after number 1. We'll lose the 3 and keep the 5. You don't need to apologise for anything, Mark. You're just playing the game. It's just, it would have been nice to have a meme number appear. We've had like triple numbers before, so we're just having a bit of fun with the 2569. Just unfortunately was not meant to be this time round. We add a 5 to the win line, so it's 255, and the predictions say only 23 winning lines have the 2, the 5, and the 5 in their predictions so far. Well, it's difficult to say, but only 23 after the halfway point. We're probably looking at a match of 4 or maybe 5 out of 6 digits, is my guess as to what's going to happen in a moment. Okay, 3 players through, and 3 players have been eliminated. We have 3 more places to fill, all of the 3s going on. Get ready on those digits again. Here comes question number 4. Cello has how many strings? Not stings. Cello has how many strings with an R? Strings with an R. Typically, because of course there are variations out there, especially electronic cellos have, however many strings you want. So light you up in blink if you played. As I get all my words in the wrong order. So 12 players answering this question. How many strings depends on how many times you play it. That's very true. The answer you're looking for here, for a cello, much like a violin, let me mix my words up there, like a violin, has 4 strings. So 4's the answer. We had 4 earlier with the unlucky number, and it's also the number of strings on a cello. So if you gave me 4, then I'm going to light you blue. If you did not give me 4, I will light you red. You got a 5 from Clive, a 6 from Mr. Vertigo, a 6 from Puzzle Dan. No, 6 you'll find on a guitar, typically speaking. There are not really any stringed instruments in the orchestra that will have 6 strings specifically. I'm afraid to those 3 answers, it's a wrong answer. We're going to say goodbye, though Clive is already through. Now we have an interesting mix here because 9 got that right, but only 6 can advance on this question, because we've got people that have already advanced or have been eliminated answering correctly there. So 6 go gold, but who was fastest on this question? Well, JB's in the mix, so could have gotten the 9 in the 4th place, but let's find out. 3rd fastest at the time of 3.92 seconds is JB. It's a good time, but unfortunately not fast enough. We're already into sub 4 seconds. That is very impressive. 2nd fastest for the time of 3.66 seconds goes to Neon Witch. A great time, but still not fast enough. The fastest on we've heard this name before. The time of 3.23 seconds. This time you got it, Oni. This time you got it. And there are all of the names. Actually, it's not all of the names. I thought I changed this code right now so that it showed all of the names, rather than all of the... It should have shown all of the names that answered correctly, regardless of if they could advance or not. And apparently, it don't work that way. I'm going to look at the code next time round and figure out why that is. Yeah, I wanted to add in the... I did Control S, yes, that is definitely saved. I did add some code to try and get it to show all of the names that got it right, because I've got a total of 9 correct respondents. But for some reason, it's decided not to show them properly, which is frustrating, because I've done quite a significant amount of code change here. Curious that. Why is that? I don't quite know, because that is supposed to be... Oh. No, that's right. Select that as makes a tuple of that and that. Correct is that. Yeah, that should be correct. It should have the correct set, and for some reason it doesn't. Boo. I'm going to put a breakpoint on it and we'll see what it says next time round. We're going to see what it says next time round. We'll work for some 4-second answer sign. Anyway, Oni, you are through. We lose the 1 and keep the 8, and to our winning line we add that 8. So 2558. Interesting set of digits here. And predictions, we're down to 10 with 4 digits correctly predicted. 2, 5, 5, and 8 on 10 tickets currently. Right. 2 more places to fill. You may be wanting to have a guess here because there's only 2 opportunities now. Even if you're not sure on the answer, maybe have a punt. Either way, fingers on digits. Here comes question number 5. Alexander the Great died having how many full years? Alexander the Great died having how many full years? Yeah, I suspect not many answering this question. Did anybody live, though, answer the question? No! No one live in play answering this question. This is just people that have been eliminated or already advanced. So, just for free dukes, essentially. I'll quickly reveal it then. The correct answer is 32. Meaning Flyboy is going to get some free points. Everybody else getting absolutely nothing. And because of that, nothing happens. Nothing happens because, well, nobody live in play gave me a right answer there, so no one can advance. And we get a noise, or at least we would get a noise. I need to see this this breakpoint right now. So correct. The identify correct is not in the scope. Yes, it is. It's demonstrably in this scope. I can see it with my own eyes. Oh, now you say that. Okay, that says that. And I've got a tuple that says that and that. What's going on there then? Curious. Alright, cool. I don't know why that did that, but okay. We're just going to move on, I think. Get the ding. Yes, okay. So it is populating from what I can see, just not actually shown on... Yeah, don't worry, I was frozen because the game was frozen. Yes, the camera is actually in the engine on this one. Anyway, no one advancing on this question, so we do a do-over. Fingers on digits. Here comes a do-over. Question number 5. The top rim of a regulation basketball hoop must be exactly how many feet off of the floor? The top rim of a regulation basketball hoop must be exactly how many feet off of the floor? Okay. How well do you know your hoops? Well, why don't you pink if you played? Space Jam DVD, 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 Space Jam DVD. 13 players answering this question. And the answer we're looking for is just 10. 10 feet off the floor is the regulation height of a basketball hoop. So if you gave me 10 and just 10, then I'll light you blue. Anything else, I will light you red. 110 from Mark, so typo did it there, I presume. 44 from Puzzle Down, and 9 and 8, 12 and 11. All wrong answers, so I'm afraid we're going to have to say farewell. Those 7 players got it right. Only 4 go gold because they can advance on the question. So let's go through some names. Top 3 times. Third fastest with the time of 5.88 seconds. The honour goes to BC. Pretty good, but not fast enough. Actually, I wonder if I can find the find that UI element that I'm complaining about. Speedboard. No, they're both disabled, so we'll see in a moment what it looks like. We'll see in a moment what it looks like, because it should be populating in them. Second fastest with the time of 4.43 seconds is Mr. JB. Not this time, I'm afraid. Fastest of all with a time of, well, sub 4 seconds, 3.82 seconds. Chris Hennell is the fastest of all. Let me have a look at my graphic here. Yeah, I have some extra entries that have not enabled themselves for some reason. There you go. That's the extra bit I wanted to see. Oh, apparently the text formatting's a bit weird as well. Why is the text formatted weirdly as well? Huh? Why is that? That's very strange. That they have literally the same... They have literally the same... I don't even know anymore. I don't understand why prefabs in this particular game just don't work like they should do. Yeah, only and Milk tied for the same time there, and then Clive there, 6.572 seconds. That's what should appear. I just don't know why it wasn't showing them immediately. Why isn't it showing them immediately? Instantiate world position says false. Entries.add. I don't know. Yeah, see, that's that. And I don't get it. I really don't get it. I'm gonna have to have a look why that is. Either way, Chris, we lose the 4 and keep the 2. The 5th digit is a 2, so we've got 2 2s, 2 5s, and an 8. Maybe we can get another 8 on this board. Though, looking at the podiums, I don't think we can anymore. What are we looking at? Predictions. Oh, it's very tight now. Only 2 tickets now in with a shout. Having those 5 digits in play. Oh, I wonder how this is all going to shake out here. Right. It is time, I think, to head over to the final question, or potentially final question, because we might have one where you decide not to answer. You may as well have a go, though. This could be the final question. Fingers on those numbers. Here comes question number 6. How many stars are on the Australian flag? Oh, hello. How many stars are on the Australian flag? Wait. Yeah. I have a feeling some might have fallen into a thing or gone for a different flag. We'll light you pink if you played. Okay, loads more answering on this one. 21 answering this question. Now the Aussie flag, it has over on the right hand side, it has a constellation of 5 stars. But also, underneath the Union Jack, that's sort of been stolen, there's an additional star underneath that. So there's actually a total of 6 stars on the Australian flag. So if you gave me 6, then I'm going to light you blue. If you did not give me 6, then I'm going to light you red. Yeah, lots of 5s with some 7s. 4 from Tips and Drahuska. Puzzan going for a 50. Necker Grandma going for an unlucky 13. All of those, I'm afraid, are wrong answers. I'm going to say goodbye. Wow, only 6 give me a right answer, of which 4 can advance here. We've got pony number 29, 36, 40, and 41. Those names being a combination of... in no order other than alphabetical, BC Cool Dude, Neon Witch, and Topper One Gaming. Those are the 4 players currently on the precipice of getting through to looking after number 1. But who was fastest? Missing out with a time of 5.23 seconds. This Neon Witch is a great time, but unfortunately you are missing out. Also missing out with a time of 4.48 seconds. It's a great time, but not fast enough. Topper. Great guess with a great time, but you were beaten. Fastest of all with a time of 3.65 seconds, going sub 4 once again. The honour goes to... BC! Well done, BC. And let me fix up the leaderboard so we get to see everybody on the leaderboard in the order that you should have turned up in. There we go. I still don't know why the alignment is different on the darkened ones, but yeah. BC, congratulations, taking the final spot through to looking after number 1. Hang on. Oh, that's right, yeah, because BC changes state when I do that. Anyway, we lose the 4 and keep the 0. And the last digit in our line is a 0. Now, if we order that in numerical order, we have 022558. Now we have 2 tickets with 5 digits predicted. We've just added a 0. Is there going to be one sole winner? Are both tickets going to get 6, or are we just going to stay on both tickets on 5? In which case, we could be adding other tickets on 5 as well. We do stay on a count of 5, the winners being BC, ABB, K-Jarves, and Topper 1 Gaming, all managing to get a match of 5 of 6 on the winning line prediction there. Congratulations to you 4 players, getting yourself 10,000 doots a piece. BC's mad at this. Yeah, BC with a win once again. It's just like your 5th in a row. I don't think it's quite like that, only, but he does seem to have a knack for the winning line tickets. So well done to those 4 getting a boost of 10,000 doots just for the prediction. We have 6 players heading their way now to the next round, looking after number 1. And there you all are. Clive on 5, Only on 18, Opsy on 32, Mark on 35, BC on 40, Chris on 42. Here's how this all shakes out in looking after number 1. So in this round, only one of you will be able to proceed to the Wonderwall in order to work out who does go through. We're going to be eliminating you one by one. Each podium has a number, and these are the possible answers to this particular round's questions. Whoever answers first will buzz in, and if you buzz in with the correct answer, and if it's your own number, you will keep yourself in play. If you buzz in, give me the correct answer, and it's somebody else's number, you will knock that person out. But beware, if you buzz in and give me a wrong answer, a number that we're not even asking for, then you will be eliminated. And if nobody answers the question, and we lose the time, then whoever should have answered to keep themselves in play will be eliminated. We keep going until just one player is left standing. Good luck, Super 6. Let's play. Looking after number 1. Oh boy, here we go, folks. Here we go. Get settled in. Fingers on those digits. And also a reminder to the audience out there, you are also playing along here. If you can get the correct answer submitted before all of our hot seat players can buzz in with the correct answer, then you will get some bonus doots as well. I think it's a bonus of 2,000 doots if you can give me a correct answer before the hot seat players can answer themselves. If we're all ready, fingers on digits. The question is, adding together the number of sides possessed by 2 dodecahedrons and a hendecagon gives you how many total sides, Mark? You're going for your own number of 35. No one in the audience answered with the correct answer before you did. Is 35 correct? It is the correct answer, Mark. Good punt. You keep yourself in the game. Fingers on numbers. The next question is, if frustrated by the royal family leeching off the taxpayer, I take a standard pack of playing cards with no jokers and burn all the face cards, BC. How many cards are still usable? You're going with 40. You're going with your own number. Pyro Pygmy did give me a correct answer before you answered. Well done, Pyro. You've just got yourself 2,000 doots. It is 40 the correct answer, BC. It is the correct answer as the question escapes the box. You're still in play, BC. No one eliminated yet. Fingers on digits. The next question is, if half of them fell off, how many black keys would you have on a standard modern piano? Oni. Going with 44. No one in the audience gave me a right answer before you answered. If half of them fell off, how many black keys would you have on a standard modern piano? Well, a modern piano will have 88 keys, meaning half of them will be 44. But not all of them are black, Oni, so I'm afraid it's a wrong answer. The correct answer you're looking for was your own number 18. So you should have answered, but you should have answered with your own number instead. So I'm afraid, Oni, we're going to say goodbye. And you're in the dark. And then there were 5. Clive on 5, Opsy on 32, Mark on 35, BC on 40, and Chris on 42. 5 players left in, fingers on digits. Your next question is... Creepy Karen's house burned down and no one has seen her brother Timmy since. If the police give her 160 quarters to find his body, how many dollars do they pay her, BC? Going with your number again, of 40. No one in the audience gave me a right answer before you did, though there are a flurry of correct answers that did come through. They just were not fast enough. Is it 40 to stay in the game? It is 40 to stay in the game. Yes, quarters being a quarter of a dollar, so quarter of 160 gets you to 40. Still in the game, fingers on numbers. Next question is... How many chickens would Ash the Bash have if he was to buy 3 dozen plus 4? BC. Seems the game's got it out for you. Going for 40 again. Again, no one answering correctly in the audience before you did, though we did have a flurry of some correct answers and some incorrect answers. 3 dozen would make 36 plus 4 would make 40 the correct answer. You're doing very well, BC. Let's just hope that the game's not going to continue attacking you directly. Fingers on digits. The next question is... If all the jokers and all the face cards are removed from a standard pack of playing cards, how many cards will remain, BC? Basically the same question, written a different way. Go with 40. I can say Tipster did give me a right answer before you gave an answer. So well done to Tipster getting a bonus 2,000. Is it 40 again? Yes, it's 40 again. Clearly had loads of questions about 40 we've not used up. And they seem to be heavily weighted in that favour. Let's see if we get another question, shall we? Fingers on numbers. The next question is... How many cents is the American nickel worth? Clive? Well, no one went with 40 for the looks of things. You've gone with 5. No one in the audience gave me a correct answer before you did. Stay in the game, is it 5? It is, very much so. The dime being worth 10. So we had a question about a quarter, a question about a nickel. We will continue on though. Fingers on those digits. Your next question is... In Texas Hold'em Poker, players compete to have the best hand of how many cards, Clive? Apparently the turntables were going back to 5. 5 is the correct answer. It's your turn now, Clive, as we've run out of music. 5 players still in. Fingers on digits. The next question is... How many points is the lowest scoring ring on an Olympic archery target that does not share its colour's name with one of the world's seas, Opsy? Going with 32, going for your own number. I can tell you, everybody else that answered went the same way, but not with 32. They went differently to you. The correct answer is... 5. It would have been another Clive 5. Instead, Opsy, you've given the wrong answer, meaning we have to say goodbye. And you're in the dark. And then there were 4. Clive on 5, Mark on 35, BC on 40, and Chris sitting there doing absolutely nothing on 42. The Luigi strats are certainly being strong, but we will see how it goes. BC's had a lot of attack on 40, Clive's had a lot of attack on 5. Maybe it's Chris's turn, let's find out. The next question is... How many faces does the Hindu god Shiva have? Clive? Gone with 5. Yes, it's 5. Well done, Proogs. You managed to give me a correct answer before Clive did. You get 2,000 dukes for that. You're absolutely right, Clive. It is 5. It wasn't going to be at least 35. Let's put it that way. Fingers on those... Don't... No. Dev. We're actually purposefully delay now, just in case. Everybody, fingers on digits. The next question is... If one wants to become a presidential candidate for an election for countries like United States, Ireland and Russia, what's the minimum age to become so? Mark? Going with your own number of 35. No one in the audience answering fast enough. Is it 35? It is 35. Oh, wow, this really is the song that never ends, except the music does fade out eventually. 4 players still standing, fingers on digits. The next question is... How old was Mozart when he died? Chris. You've gone for 42, going for your own number. Amy, me and Tipster did give me the right answer before you buzzed in. Chris says that he's wrong. How old was Mozart when he died? Is it 42 to stay in the game? No, it's 35! You managed to keep Mark in the game, and instead, you've eliminated yourself. You're in the dark. And then, there were 3. Clive, who's had a lot of questions on 5. Mark, who's had a few questions on 35. And BT, who's had a lot of questions on 40. So no matter what, we're seeing more questions on digits we've seen before. As the music goes up a level, yes, it does go up 1 key change every elimination. Fingers on digits. The next question is... What's the total number of points of the 6 stars that appear on the flag of Australia? 5 seconds. Mark's going for an answer of 35. Now, we did say earlier... How many stars are there? How many stars are there? Also, the question says it, so yeah. You've gone for 35. I'm just thinking in multipliers here. The only way you're getting 35 is 5 by 7, is it not? And I didn't think we had 7 stars on the Australian flag. Though, the stars might not necessarily be the same number of points on all the stars. It's a good point, Chris. 40 isn't divisible by 6 either. None of these numbers are divisible by 6. I'm just ratcheting up the tension here. To stay in the game, the answer is 35. To be eliminated, it's going to be something else. It's 18, he's back in! The correct answer is... It's 40! 40 was the correct answer. Meaning, Mark, it's a great game. We're going to say goodbye. And you're in the dark. And then there are just 2 players, Clive on 5. BC on 40. Oh, what a game this is going to be. Second place will take a bonus 10,000 dukes. First place will take a bonus 20,000 dukes. And also get to take on the Wonderwall. Pyro and Random did give me a correct answer before the hot seat player answered on that previous question, getting themselves 2,000 dukes each. So for you two, good luck. Fingers on digits. The next question is... What's the total number of degrees in a complete circle divided by 9? Clive. You've gone with 40 on the attack. The GG from BC. They did also answer the same way. Amy, Pyropygmy and Tipster gave me a correct answer before Clive locked an answer in. There are a total of 360 degrees in a complete circle. You divide that by 9, you'll get to the total of 40 is the correct answer, meaning BC, a great game, but we have to say goodbye. Clive, you are getting through to the Wonderwall. Mr. 5 of Legend himself going through to the Wonderwall. What a hell of a game that was. I imagine on the main show you will sometimes get battles that long, but they'll just edit it down for time because they only have like 40 minutes for the entire broadcast or something like that. So, Clive, it's time to head on over to Wonderwall. You've been here on many an occasion. Quickly, for everybody else though at home, here is how it's all going to work. There's going to be a total of 49 answers, each with a number 1 through 49. Your job is to find 20 correct answers to get yourself 1 million doots. Give me a right answer, you move up the money ladder. And yes, 20 correct answers will get you to 1 million doots. Give me a wrong answer, you get a strike, 3 strikes, and you will be out. If you don't know the correct answer, you can pass twice in this round by using the word pass. And you can also stop the clock for 15 seconds at a time twice in this round by saying pit or pit stop. You can do this public chat, Clive, no problem at all. You can also do left, middle, right, or slow, med, fast, v fast. Any of those commands will work to manipulate how the wall moves on the screen. 4 minutes to get 20 questions right to get the million. It's as simple as that. Good at Clive, and let's play Wonderwall! And let's reveal the answers. That camera got very glitchy there as well. So, Clive, this is your Wonderwall. 49 answers. Just 20 correct answers away from the million. And if you're ready, let's start. In boxing, what is traditionally sounded at the start and end of a round in boxing? The bell is correct. Which Pevensie child was the first one to discover Narnia? Lucy is correct. If Ash went on Fort Boyard and took on the Lut, who would he most likely to grapple in the mud with? Mr. Boo is correct. Which polyphenols found in plants and seeds add bitterness and astringency to wine? I've realised that the text formatting is not right. Tannins is correct. Who wrote Lord of the Flies? Much simpler question. And find that question text box. Go on there. Oh, wrapping is enabled. Oh, okay. Okay, using your first pit here. Question again, who wrote Lord of the Flies? 3 minutes and 12 left on the clock. No mistakes so far. This is your first pit of 2. You have both of your passes as well. Currently sitting on 10,000 dukes. Back in play. Golding is correct. Which instrument was Dizzy Gillespie famous for playing? No, it's the trumpet we're looking for there. Switzerland has how many official languages? Number associated to the answer, not the answer itself, if that makes sense. Number 14, 4 is correct, yes. Mont Blanc is the highest mountain in which European? The Alps is correct. What colour is absinthe? Absinthe. Green is correct. Which tiny city-state on France's Mediterranean coast is known for its Grand Prix? Monaco is correct. The famous Tchaikovsky piece, often set to the sounds of firing cannons, is the 1812 what? No, it's the overture we're looking for. Who played Jeeves in Jeeves and Wooster? I believe that was probably a typo. You are now on your final strike. That's a pass. In Roman mythology, who was the king of the gods after defeating the Titans? Jupiter is correct. Just over 2 minutes left. Which 2004 film followed US men's ice hockey team's triumph in the 1980 Winter Olympics? Lots of S's in the way there. Gonna pass it. No more passes now. Which knight of the Round Table returned the sword to the Lady of the Lake at King Arthur's request? No, Bedivere was the correct answer. And that's the end of your run. You have struck out, and it's going to be nothing for you. Oh man, that typo on your second wrong answer though. I knew you knew it. Just unfortunately, yeah, Just got it wrong on the digits. So the other questions that you passed on: who played Jeeves in Jeeves and Wooster? That was Fry, as in Stephen Fry. And in which 2004 film followed US men's ice hockey's team's triumph in the 1980 Winter Olympics? That was called Miracle. Looking for there. The 1812 purple just doesn't have the same ring to it. Doesn't quite have the same ring to it, no. Maybe the colour purple, but not the 1812 purple, I'm afraid. It was a great game, Clive, and you're on good pace to get to the million. You got to 10 by 1 minute 48, but unfortunately it was 3 strikes and you're out. But great game all the way there, Clive. Very well done. Right, we're going to return to the void ever so briefly. So just give me a moment, folks, because I need to have a quick look as to why on earth things weren't working properly in the game. Because it should have worked, and it just decided not to. So let me have a look, shall we? Oh, we don't need that one on. So the 49ers UI shouldn't have been on to start with anyway, and it isn't. The 49ers UI isn't on. That's weird. Oh, but is the rules box on? Right, the rules box are on, should be off. Cool. UI, go to the speedboard. Hello, speedboard. Hello. Can't see much, but the speedboard is apparently there. Is it? Yeah, it is. But I can't see it here. Why can't I see it here? That's weird. I can see it there on the void screen. I can't see it in the world. How weird. Then that's a speedboard entry, and that's a side speedboard entry. What? But they're just there. They just work. They just work. They do. Like, demonstrably, they work. So things that make you go, Let's have a look at the code. What's that doing? Populate the board, and you get entry is that. If it's that one, it's that. Otherwise, it's that. If it's that and that, entry is that with that and that. Entries.add that. Entries. Do you do anything weird with that? No. You just do that. Well, hang on. What activates them? What actually turns them on? Because I'm not seeing where they activate the game object. Something must have to activate them, and that's probably where the problem is lying. So let's have a look at the code. No, that's all it's doing. How on earth does it even show them then? How does it show them if it doesn't switch the damn things on? Unless the speedboard on enable does it. Not really? Huh? I'm very confused as to how this even has worked so far. Because it doesn't actually activate the game object. And yet somehow they show. Or at least one of them shows and the other one doesn't. They should have like that in there. I can understand that. That makes sense in the on disable. And on enable doesn't do anything special because it's in the easy state animator. And the speedboard entry is just that. Doesn't do anything special. Huh. Well, we'll see if that does anything there. And I guess continue on regardless. Yeah, I guess so. So we turn the speedboard off, we turn the UI off, and we return back to the void, back where we belong. Okay, let's get on with game number 2, shall we? Switch it back on, and we'll roll those titles again. This is the best stream ever, folks. I know, right? It's just the wonderful void that is. Why is the void moist? It's void of everything only. I don't know why you would think it's moist, because there's nothing here. There's absolutely nothing here. Anyway, roll titles and suddenly there'll be something. And thus the universe began with a big boom. with winning lines. Yeah, something like that, only. And here's your host, me. Let's just get straight into it, shall we? TXOH, and I'll also do some winning line tickets this time round as well, so have at it on the tickets. So, for Wednesday night, after the stream, after the Wonderful Worms stream, I went to Amazon Prime Video and went to watch the first 2 episodes of Takeshi's Castle with Ramesh and other person I don't know. The only person I recognise from the voices is Ramesh, and that is now out in the UK. Yes, the UK commentary edition is out in the UK. At the end of this month will be the Japanese version, released here in the UK, presumably with English subtitles. But the UK commentary edition is now out on Amazon Prime Video, and it's very different to the Craig Charles sort of take on things. But the way they do it, honestly, I really do like it. It's just taking the piss out of the format, basically. Just taking the piss out of everything. Though I do cringe every time they mispronounce things, like dramatically so. And also, very weird for them to be using the official names of the rounds now in English. Like I was so used to the round names from the Craig Charles hosting era, and those are just sort of phony names. They weren't the official names of the rounds, but it's what I grew up and knew. So when they start using the actual names that they have on the Japanese show, but translated into English, suddenly feels really weird, very, very weird indeed. But I guess that makes it, like, okay, we're actually being more faithful to the original now by using the actual name, and even talking about some of the people that feature in the sort of the cutscenes in between all the actual action as well, using their real names or at least partial names. It's kind of nice to have that kind of coverage. But yeah, they really do take the mick out of the format entirely. I mean, it doesn't help when some of the rounds are just that ludicrously difficult that they have to say, oh, actually, some of you still get to go through because we need some people to play the next round. Which is just give out some fighting spirit awards because, we do need people to play the future rounds that we've set up. We've inadvertently made the rounds incredibly difficult, so have some freebies on us. That's kind of how it's worked out. But yeah, it's still good. It's still very good what I've seen so far. And I'm looking forward to seeing some more of the episodes. And maybe watch the Japanese cut of it when that gets released at the end of the month as well. And as I saw floating around in the chat as well, essentially Genius Season 5 also happening on Netflix soon. It's got a different name, but what was it called? The Devil's Plan is what it's called. There's been a teaser for it on Netflix, and I mean, it basically looks like the Genius. There's not much else you can say. It basically looks like the Genius. So definitely looking forward to see how that played out. Though I don't have Netflix, so I'm not going to be able to see it. Maybe I will just get Netflix just for that. I don't know. I don't know how much if it's worth that or not for the price of entry. but hey, definitely looks like we've got new Genius thing coming soon, very, very soon indeed, alongside all sorts of other stuff. Oh, hello. Oh, goodness me, Colin. Goodness me, Colin, you have a lot of faith in me. You have a lot of faith in me, or you're taking the opportunity to get cheaper subs. Thank you very much for your subscription for 6 months. You've definitely gone all in on the subscription there, mate. You're going for a 6-month subscription. I mean, it's obviously going to be cheaper for you to do a longer subscription run, and maybe even cheaper still if it's your new subscription here with September. But thank you very much for that subscription, and I hope you're doing very well out there, Chris. And anyone out there wanting to play the game, all you need to do is enter in TXOH into Twitch chat, and you'll get to play this game called Winning Lines. How many do we have in right now? Let's have a look. Go to the other camera. We've got 28 names in this time round, so we've got a few more players this time for game number 2. Right, we'll leave the ticket office open for 30 more seconds, and then we'll get game number 2 underway. God, that looking after number 1. That was a long fought looking after number 1. 29, hello there. Oh, by the way, Dev, for your reference, because I know you've been looking into camera angles and things like that. So what camera are we currently? We are on lobby camera, lobby full. This one is set at 26 degrees. This is a 26 degree FOV, for what it's worth. Apparently that's the magic number I like, is 25 and 26 for this game. So maybe
I
good.
know we
I don't
can't
know.
have that guy in anymore, but can we put Simon Mayo in seat number 100 instead?
Can I put Simon Mayo in seat 100? Yeah, I should probably get Simon Mayo graphic for seat number 100 instead of he must not now be named. It's so weird, these things. I have to update the game because of current events, but yeah, I can certainly get Simon Mayo into seat 100, certainly. Add that to the stream ideas and winning lines, and I will sort it out next time. Right, let's get this game underway. Let's close the ticket office up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closed. Ticket office is now closed. You don't see your user avatar, I say, Aaron. Just put the code. Sorry, if you put the code in, so you should be up here somewhere. You just might have an anonymous avatar. We'll see how it all loads up on the other side of things. But we'll see. We will see. You are a pigeon. Well, it may have just loaded an anonymous avatar temporarily speaking on my side of things. That's kind of what it does. Is it will use a temporary one to start with and then move on. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. This is quite an old game. It's just recently been added to my more recent edition of TwitchLib, but it still has its foibles. Let's get on with the game and let's play not looking after number 1. That's round number 2. Let's play the 49ers. It's Winning Lines. If you want to say my number... Oh, there you are. You're on podium number 16, Aaron, so it's definitely brought you in. Just say my number, all one word, and it'll tell you what podium you are residing in. Let's all play looking after... Yeah, we'll be here for a while if that's the case. So this is the rules for round number 1, the 49ers. So we are looking for 6 players to qualify. I mean, it's the same rules as before. I'm just going over them again out of posterity for new players joining. What you need to do is give me the correct answer to the question and also be fastest with the correct answer. That's all you need to do. If you can do that, then you'll advance through to looking after number 1. Though if you give me a wrong answer at any point, you will be eliminated. You do not have to answer if you're not sure on what the correct answer is, though of course you can't advance if you don't answer. So just bear that in mind. So yeah, that's all you need to do. Answer fast, just don't be wrong. Otherwise you will be eliminated. Simple, eh? Genuinely an interesting idea for a special. It's just everybody plays looking after number 1. Yeah, entirely doable. Maybe we could do that as a sort of subathon type thing. We just get a full game of 49 players, and we'll just keep going and going and going. Basically, well, kind of, except that just goes for 6 questions to fill out looking after number 1, whereas if you're actually playing looking after number 1 properly with 49 players, you just keep going until there's just 1 player left, and then they go to the Wonderwall. So yeah, you could be there for quite a while. Actually, maybe not quite a while. Depends on how aggressive people are. Anyway, fingers on those numbers, everyone, because it's time for question number 1. On the first episode of the UK version of Deal or No Deal, how many boxes were there? On the first episode of the UK version of Deal or No Deal, how many boxes were there? curious, is it still 22 for the revamp edition? Is it still 22 for the revamp edition, or have they changed it to silly numbers? I may have just spoiled the answer, but I just thought that an interesting talking point. Well, like you pick if you played. So 13 players have answered this question, and yeah, I did say it's 22. Over in the States, they were playing 26 cases. I think also Netherlands also 26. I think also Australia was 26. General formula is 26, but the UK decided to book the trend with 22, with a very aggressive ending on the red side. We're going 100,000, jumping up to 250,000. A far more aggressive red side than like the American one, where it's like 500, 750,000, 1 million. Quite gentle at the end. Anyway, if you gave me 22, I will light you blue. Of course, they did introduce box number 23 at some point. If you gave me 22, I'll light you blue. Anything else, I will light you red. Oh, Oni! Oh, Oni! I know what you did. Fecking sticky keys. Yeah, unfortunately, you didn't give me 2 little ducks. You only gave me 1 little duck, so that's going to be a wrong answer. And Aaron, it would be a hell of a long game if we played 100 boxes in Deal or No Deal. Either way, we've got to say goodbye. So 11 gave me a right answer, and you will go a lovely shade of gold for that. There are 2 just really close to each other. Yeah, okay. So who was fastest? And I suspect, yeah, we're going to be sub 4 seconds on all of these top 3. Third fastest with a time of 3.97 seconds. It's Mark on podium number 7. It's a great time, superb time, but not fast enough. Second fastest with a time of 3.74 seconds. Another superb time, but not fast enough for Mr. Vertigo. Fastest of all, with a time of 3.42 seconds. Congratulations. You're back in it, Clive. The redemption arc is here. And there are all of the names that gave me a correct answer and their times. I'm doing this for you, BC. We need to get BC in there as well to get the sort of the epic battle in looking after them all again. Anyway, just all of the punctuation mistakes there. We'll lose the 4 and keep the 1. And the first digit in our winning line is a 1. So, how many tickets submitted in had a digit 1? 304 tickets have 1 digit 1 in there somewhere. Okay. Well, we will continue on then. 2 players have already been eliminated, Oni and Aaron. Though, don't forget you can still answer for some free dupes, even if you are eliminated. And hey, if we get everybody eliminated, then we will do a Lazarus and bring everybody back into play. Fingers on numbers. Here comes question number 2. How many minutes are there in 3/4 of an hour? How many minutes are there in 3/4 of an hour? Okay, I suspect quite a few answering here. Oh yes, 29 players answering this question. Totally wasn't in the wrong text box there. Well, it's the beauty of this game, actually, is that it doesn't really matter if you answer in public chat. Because by the time that you've answered in public chat, you've already beaten those that could have cheated off of you. So it kind of works out in that regard for this game and this game alone, that it doesn't matter allowing public answers or not, though it could be a spoiler for giving the right answer later on. That's the only thing that it would kind of ruin. But the actual sort of metric of who answers first correctly, it doesn't ruin that aspect at all. Well, there's normally 60 minutes in an hour, so 3/4 of that would make you 45 minutes. So if you gave me 45, then I'll light you blue. Anything else, then I'll light you red. Oh! It was nearly a sea of blue. Unfortunately, opponent number 43, Opsy. You gave me an answer of 270. Trying to do a different operation there, I'm afraid. That's the wrong answer, and we've got to say goodbye. Oh, I know what you did. 360 degrees. 3/4 of that. That's what you did. So, afraid we've got to say goodbye. Though, 28 got it right. 25 can advance on this question. Are we going to be sub 4 seconds for the top 3? Yes, we absolutely are. So, third fastest for the time of 3.87 seconds is AB Me. A superb time. Not fast enough. Second fastest time of 3.85 seconds. Nearly got back in. Not this time, though. It's Mark. First of all, with a time of 3.73 seconds. Well, I guess we are already setting the battle up, aren't we? BC, get back in here! Hey, it worked this time! Look! Clive was fastest of all with a time of 3.55. We finally get to see those that can't advance also on the board. It actually worked this time. Yay for technology that actually follows the rules that it's supposed to do. So we have a rematch on the cards with completely different numbers this time. So how many facts about 23 do you know? Well, we'll lose 2 and keep the 3, and the second digit in our winning line is a 3. 1 and 3. And to the predictions. Hey, nice. 169 tickets currently still in play, with 2 of 2 matching the 1 and the 3. Okay, 2 players through. 3 players have been eliminated. Don't forget, you can still freely answer for some dupes. Fingers on digits. Here comes question number 3. The rock band formed in Poway, California in 1992 is called Blink what? The rock band formed in Poway, California 1992 is called Blink what? Whisper to the bot, Sonic, not to me. Whisper to Quizbot 3000, not to me. Though, just for curiosity's sake, you would have been right with that answer. We would like you pink if you played. Lots answering this question. 23 answering this question. Blink blank! Very much so, Ralph. I mean, I think pretty much everyone's going to get this. 182. Blink 182 is what we're looking for there. So if you gave me 182, then I will light you blue. Anything else, I'm going to light you red. Oh no! Oh, Cetra, just 1 digit off. 162 is not right. It's 182. And Poznan also 1 digit off. You missed off the leading 1. Those 2, we've got to say goodbye to Cetra and Poznan. You got the right. You were basically there, just got the wrong numbers. 21 gave me a right answer. 17 of you can advance on this question. Now, are we going to be sub 4 seconds on this one? No, we are not going to be sub 4 seconds on this one. Though what we are going to have is 2 players tied for time. And they are going to be third and second fastest. So third and second fastest for the time of 4.44 seconds, yes, all the 4s, is Connor and also Ralph. Both tied on time, coming through on the same frame, though one was preferred over the other in the sort of the message order. But fastest of all on a distinct time of 4.14 seconds. That honour goes to brand new Halo at podium number 3. Yes, it's another 3 in our winning line. Clive again, once again, fastest of all. Then there's a BC in there also getting a good time. Oni and Opsy also getting a correct answer. So, brand new Halo, well done. You are through to looking after number 1. We'll lose the 0 and keep the 3. And the third digit is a second 3. We're already getting duplicate digits. Now, 133. 32 tickets have 133 in play. We were at about 30 odd at this point in the game last time. We ended with a prediction of 5 across 4 players. Are we going to get the same? Or are we going to get 6 of 6 this time round? Either way, let's continue on. Fingers on digits. Question number 4 is: if you peeled off all the orange and pink stickers on a standard Rubik's Cube, how many stickers would remain on the cube? If you peeled off all the orange and pink stickers on a standard Rubik's Cube, how many stickers would remain on the cube? There's a note from Deduceman. Well, that's light your pink if you played. Okay, 18 players have answered this question. Now, on a standard Rubik's Cube, it is a cube, so there are 6 faces to it. Each face is divided into 9 sort of cubelet faces. So the maximum you're actually looking at is 54. If you peeled off all the orange and pink stickers, well, we could peel off 9 orange stickers for sure, so we're down to 45. But you would not, on a standard Rubik's Cube, find pink stickers, I'm afraid. So we won't be removing 6 orange and 0 pink. Meaning the answer that we are actually looking for a standard Rubik's Cube. I am aware that there are many variations of Rubik's Cube out there, but the ones distributed by the Rubik's company themselves do not have pink.
I hate this game.
You hate this game, says JB. We are looking for 45 stickers remaining. Impossible! Yes, it's an impossible colour for a standard Rubik's Cube. And of course I'm aware there are many Rubik's Cubes that don't even have stickers involved, so kind of an answer of 0 would be acceptable in that regard. But once distributed by the Rubik's company themselves, the answer we're looking for here is 45. If you gave me 45, I will light you blue. Anything else, I'm unfortunately going to be lighting you red. Lots of 36s that would have made sense if we were removing 2 sets of colours, but unfortunately not correct. We had a 42 from Mark, we had a 22 there from Brand New Halo, 28 from Puzzle Dan. All of those are wrong answers. And we've got to say goodbye. Big swathe of red now on the board of the 49ers, meaning those that are not in red, your chances of getting through have drastically improved. 3 got it right, but only 2 can advance here because Oni was eliminated in question number 1. So we are looking at Ralph on podium 14 and Milk on podium number 36. But who was fastest? Second fastest, with a time of 11.28 seconds, is Milk, meaning fastest of all with a time of 5.39 seconds. Was Ralph. Congratulations, Ralph. Just 1 of 3 getting it right, and Oni was in the middle there with a time of 8.757 seconds. So, Ralph, you are through to looking after number 1. We lose the 1 and keep the 4. We're no longer just odds. We now introduce an even number to the mix. 1, 3, 3, 4 in our winning line. Now, 30 odd after 3. Just 7 now, with 4 correctly predicted digits. Just 7. Wow. I think it's going to be looking like a match of 4. Maybe 5 if we're lucky. Well, we have a massive swathe of red there. Those currently in the red shade unfortunately can't get through to looking after number 1 right now, unless everybody else that is currently not in red or blue, if they all go red, then we will go into Lazarus mode and bring you back to life. But of course, freely answer the questions for some free notes, even if you are eliminated. Fingers on digits. Your next question, question number 5, is: what was the title of Adele's first album? What's the title of Adele's first album? Well, it's a number. Light your pick though if you played. Not as many as the previous question. 17 answering the question. And, well, there's not much else I can really say here. The correct answer is 19. If you gave me 19, I'm going to light you blue. Anything else, I will light you red. 12 gave me the right answer of 19. 5 did not. Clive went with 21. Proved with 18. So is me. Puzzle with 17. Chanamain went with 3. All of you were not at risk anyway. You'd already been eliminated, so you might as well have gone for a punt. We say goodbye. Or Clive's through in that regard. 12 got it right, but only 4 of you can advance on this question. So, who was fastest of just 4 players? Let's find out. Third fastest with a time of 11.75 seconds. It's Cool Dude. It's good, but unfortunately not fast enough. Second fastest with a time of 9.66 seconds. It's Flyboy. It's good, but not fast enough. No, neither of you were going to beat this player with a time of 4.25 seconds. Congratulations goes to Mr. Vertigo on podium number 2. Lightning fast that, Mr. Vertigo. Though, if we're counting all the players, Mark was fastest of all with a time of 3.8 seconds there. Well done, Mr. Vertigo. You are through to looking after number 1. We lose the 0, and we keep the 2 to add another even digits to the mix. 1, 3, 3, 4, 2. I mean, we could have been going for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 situation here, but we can't do that. We've got double 3. Only 7 tickets had 4. 2 tickets had 5. Well, we're back in this situation again, folks. We were here before. 2 tickets on 5 in the previous game. 2 tickets on 5 in this game. Are we going to get the same again? Are we going to get BC in the mix again on the winning line prediction winners at the end? Let's find out. This potentially is the final question of this game. Good luck, fingers on digits. Here comes question number 6. The flag of the United States features how many white stripes? The flag of the United States features how many white stripes? At least no one answered for the number of stars. That was the first answer I looked for, is see if anyone went with 50. No one went with the number of stars. So it's like we like to see. It's 2. Jack and Meg. We'll light you pink if you played. A few more answering here. 21 answering the question. So on the flag of the US, I've said there are 50 stars. But how many points are on the stars? No, we're looking at the stripes. There are a total of 13 stripes, 7 of which are red. Therefore, the other 6 are white. Trick question, they're pink. Yes, reference to the Pantone colour system. No. The correct answer is 6. If you gave me 6, now I'm going to light you blue. If you did not give me 6, they're going to light you red. Some 7s I can understand. We got a 13 there from Opsy Guy for all of the stripes. And same from Proved as well. 4 from Cool Dude, 8 from Puzzle Dan, and 1 from BC. All of those are wrong answers. So 13 gave me a right answer, of which 5 could advance. We actually have quite a lot of animals on offer here. Podium number 6, 26 and 34 with the animals. But who was fastest? Well, let's go through. Third fastest with a time of 8.17 seconds. It's Pyro Pygmy. It's a good time, but unfortunately not fast enough. Second fastest with a time of 6.75 seconds. We've heard this name called before tonight. It's Tipster. Flails. Unfortunately not fast enough this time round. A good attempt. Fastest of all with a time of 4.77 seconds. We have not called this name out before this evening. Congratulations. Final position into looking after number 1 goes to podium number 6, Jake Pawson. Well done, Jake. You are the final player through to looking after number 1. Mark was fastest of all with a time of 4.12 seconds, but that was a Shadow game answer, essentially. Jake, where it matters, fastest of the live players. We lose the 0 and keep the 6 in the last digit in our winning line. It's a 6. Oh, what a weird prediction this is. So, in ascending order, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Oh, we could have had it all with a 4-5-6. But we've got a double 3 in there, unfortunately, breaking that rule. Now, Topper says, sensing a lot of 5 of 6s. Well, we had 5 of 5, 2 tickets of 5 of 5. Are we going to have 4 5 of 5s? That was what we had last time. Is BC going to be in the mix? We could have had it all. Yeah, very much so. Oh my god, look at all the 5s! Clive, Connor, Proves, Oni, Topper, Shadow, Puzzledan, Cetra, Flyboy, Nick and Grandma, Deuce, Opsy, Ralph, and Sonic. Not BC. Getting 10,000 doots apiece. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 players getting a match of 5. That is crazy, and not a single penny to BC that time. Though BC is through to looking after number 1. I can't believe the default guess worked. Yeah, the default guess of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would have gotten you to 5 of 6. Not a single penny TM, because that's Ben's show. Yeah, I can't dole out the pennies from this side. I could do from Ben's side over on Saturday, but not over here, I'm afraid. So congratulations to our Super 6. We'll see you in a moment in the next round. Everybody else, hard luck. But don't forget, you can answer the next round. And if you can answer ahead of our hot seat players with the correct answer, you can get yourself some dupes. So let's move on to looking after number 1. Well, I do like that transition. So we have Mr. Vertigo on 2, Brand New Halo on 3, Jake on 6, Ralph on 14, BC on 23, Clive on 41. We have 6 brand new digits, I think, this time round. So, going to be very interesting gameplay here. Here are the rules for looking after number 1. So, only one player is going to be able to get through to the Wonder Wall. To find out who that is, we're going to play a series of questions, to which the answer will always be one of the 6 numbers you see before you. Whoever answers first will buzz in. If you buzz in with the correct answer, and it is your own answer, your own number, then you keep yourselves in play. If you answer with the correct answer, and it's someone else's number, go on the aggressive tactics there, you will then knock that person out. However, buzz in with a wrong answer, regardless if it's your number, somebody else's number, or another number entirely, then you will knock yourself out of the game. If no one answers the question and it deadlocks, then whoever should have answered to keep themselves in play will instead be eliminated. Good luck, Super 6. Let's play looking after number 1. I'm going to take a sip of some cola. I'm going back to Asda's Own because I don't have the money to spend on Pepsi all the time. So, Super 6 and also everybody else in the audience, don't forget, you can freely answer. If you can answer ahead of our hot seat players, you'll get yourself 2,000 dukes for a correct answer. Fingers on digits. The first question is: an angle of 360 degrees can also be expressed as a little over how many radians? Brand New Halo. Going with 2. Angle of 360 degrees can also be expressed as a little over 2. How many radians? You say 2. So a full 360 degree revolution is equivalent to 1 tau radians. Is also equivalent to 2 pi radians. Do the multiplication there. 2 times pi. Pi is about 3.14... ... That gets you to approximately 6.28. I mean, the correct answer we're looking for was 6 here. Unlucky Brand New Halo. Going for the offensive attack, unfortunately, did not work out for you. And we've got to say goodbye when you're in the dark. ABME, Cool Dude, Mark, and Shadowmane did give me a correct answer on that question ahead of Brand New Halo buzzing in, and they've just earned themselves 2,000 doots for that correct answer. And then there were 5. Pony numbers 2, 6, 14, 23, and 41 left in play.
Buy yourself one a bag of those 150 milliliters tiny boy Pepsi cans they get in hotel mini bars.
Yeah, I know the ones you're talking about, Oni. I just don't know if the economies of scale work for that or not. I'd probably rather go try and find myself to like Iceland or something and get one of those 3-litre bottles that are elusively out there somewhere. Although I don't know if they do that on full fat Pepsi these days. Possibly for Pepsi Max. For Dinky, I mean, fair enough. But yes, the 3-litre bottles do exist out in the wild. I had them before. Used to do them with Schweppes lemonade back in the day. £1 for a 3-litre bottle of Schweppes lemonade. Oh yes. Anyway, you don't care, everybody else. Fingers on digits. Hope you're all ready. The next question is: which number precedes skidoo in the popular early 20th century American slang phrase for leaving quickly, Ralph? You're going for 23. Going on the offensive against BC here. Now they sell 6-packs of half-litre bottles. That's such a weird thing to do, that. I mean, it's the equivalent, right, amount of volume, but just a weird way of dispensing it. You've gone for 23. 23 skidoo? Never heard of it, says BC. Is it correct? Or has Ralph just knocked themselves out? 23 skidoo is the correct answer. Meaning BC, it's an early exit and we've got to say goodbye. And then there were 4. Miss Vertigo on 2. Jake on 6. Ralph on 14, Clive on 41, the mirror of 14. Well done to Shannamain giving me a correct answer before BC locked an answer. Before Ralph locked an answer in. Shadows just got earned themselves 2,000 dukes. 4 players left in. Fingers on numbers. Your next question is: 2 punters at a casino each roll a pair of dice. One rolled boxcars and the other rolled snake eyes. What was their dice total, Ralph? Their dice total? Their dice total. You say 14, going for your own number. So snake eyes is a 1 and a 1, so total's 2. Boxcars is the top, 6 and a 6, total's 12. 12 plus 2 adds together to 14. It is the correct answer, Ralph. You keep yourself in the game. How do you lot read the questions so quickly? With a lot of practice, Opsy. With a lot of practice. Just as a reminder, I've been doing this thing for over 4.5 years. And some people, like Clive, is one of my longest time subscribers to this stream. Has been here since like day 1 of me doing this. So it's had a lot of practice by this point. So don't feel stressed out that you're not reading the questions fast enough. It's just that people have had a lot of time to practice this. You will get there with practice as well soon enough. Mark my words. Okay, 4 players left in. Fingers on numbers. The next... Oh, sorry. Before I do that, Oni and Shadow, congratulations. You get yourself a bonus 2,000 dukes for answering correctly before the lock-in there. Fingers on numbers. The next question is: the standard Domino's logo has how many circles in the blue portion in its most recent logo, Ralph? You say 2. Man, if 3 was still in play... that would have been a hell of a question to trip up on. But you've gone with 2. And that's the correct answer. The Domino's logo, I think, has a 2 and a 1 as its feature in the logo. So having brand new Halo still in the mix would have made that kind of crazy. But well done on working your way through that question there, Mr. Vertigo. I think. Yes. No. Ralph gave the correct answer of 2, which means, sorry, I'm just completely bamboozling myself here. Unfortunately, it does mean, Mr. Vertigo, you're beaten to the punch. I'm going to say goodbye. God, pay attention to the game, Ashley. Pay attention. I'm supposed to be hosting this thing, you know. And then there were 3. No one in the audience got that right before Ralph answered. Jake's on 6, Ralph's on 14, Clive is on 41. Fingers on digits. The next question is: How many friends are there in the hit US TV show? Clive? You've gone with 6. Puzzle Down and Shadowmane did give me a right answer before you locked in. But is it 6? I mean, I don't think it's 41. There's not many TV shows out there that'll have a cast of that many regular players. But 6 is the correct answer. Jake, you were beaten to the punch there. Unfortunately, we've got to say goodbye. And you're in the dark, but very well played. Leaves us with the mirror. Ralph on 14, Clive on 41. Which of us is the evil mirror twin? Which is the doppelganger? Well, let's find out, shall we? Fingers on numbers. The question is... White Day is celebrated on this day in March. Ralph. Going with 14. Well, typical calendar has up to 31 days, so yeah, it kind of had to be. It couldn't be 41. Yes, equivalent to Pi Day. March 14th, 3.14 is White Day. 1 month after Valentine's Day is more reason why it's called White Day. Anyway, yeah, not the 41st of March. Stupid smart weather. Figures on numbers. The next question is... NBC has decided to bring back Friends. After bringing focus groups, they find out what people really want is for Chandler Bing to have 11 more nipples. How many nipples would he have? Bit of a swerve, that one. Like, we're bringing back Friends. Yes, gonna have a question about Friends again. Nope, we're talking about nipples. Where does he keep them? So Clive has buzzed in. And looks like... Okay, looks like we do have some people that answered correctly before Clive buzzed in here. Flyboy, Mark, Proogs, Puzzle Down and Shadow all give me a correct answer. Dimples, Ash, Dimples, I know. Clive, what was your answer? You're over 14. Well, I mean, it would be kind of crazy if there were 41 nipples on play here. But who knows? For the game. 14 nipples? 14 nipples is the correct answer. Great game, Ralph. Unfortunately, we've got to say goodbye. Which means, Clive, you're back at it again. With the new vans, no, that's not how it works. Well done, Clive. You are back again through to the Wonderwall. Let's hope we can get you to something paying out and not another strikeout. Unlucky there, Ralph. You do take second place, though, which is 10,000 doots. Clive gets another 20,000 doots for first place. And, well, Clive, let's go over there again. Dijon mustard, anyone? Very much so, Puzzle Dan. We'll quickly go over the rules, because you were just here like 40 minutes ago. 49 answers, each with the number 1 through 49. Give me a correct answer. If you do that 20 times in 4 minutes, then cool, you're a millionaire. Give me a wrong answer, you get a strike, 3 strikes and you're out. Then you can pass twice, you can pit stop twice. You know how it all works by now. Let's just get on with it. Let's play Wonderwall! Reveal the answers. Oh, that's Deal or No Deal again. So, here's your second chance, Clive. The first one was just a bit of practice run. This time, it should be good. And if you are ready, here we go. Which real-life Russian did Boney M sing about in 1978? Yes, Rasputin is correct. Popular brand of fitness trackers is Fit. What? Bit is correct. In snooker, which coloured ball scores 6 points when potted correctly? Yeah, sorry. I know you absolutely adore snooker. Oh, we got a few colours up here actually. Pink is the correct answer. In the 1996 video game Super Mario 64, the main protagonist is on a quest to rescue Princess by what name? Peach is correct. Which Prime Minister was responsible for the creation of the NHS? Oh, do we actually have a duplicate answer? I thought it had code to fix that. Well, we'll see what happens when that happens. Oh yeah, we do. Wow. Atlee is correct, yes. Which simple machine can be classified as first, second, or third class depending on the location of its fulcrum? We've had that before ages ago, and I thought I had coded it out, but apparently it's back. Two and a half minutes left. No, Lever is correct. Which brand of VR headsets includes the Rift and Quest models? The Oculus, yes. According to that famous quote in Zelda on CDI, what do all true warriors strive for? Peace is correct. Just over 2 minutes left. What colour denotes the geography category in Trivial Pursuit? Blue is correct. That one was correct, at least. 2 minutes left. Which 19th century French literary genius wrote the novel Les Mis? Pretty certain you've answered this particular question on this particular game before. Hugo is correct. Who directed Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction? 1 minute 45 left. Quentin Tarantino is correct. 1 minute 40 left now. What is the longest river in Africa? The Nile is correct. 1.5 minutes. Who is the author of The Grapes of Wrath? Steinbeck is correct. By what full name is Norma Jean Baker more famously known? You're using your first pit on 1 minute and 22 left in the game. The question is, by what full name is Norma Jean Baker more famously known? Currently of 12 of 20 on 70,000 dudes. Have both your passes still in play, and we're back in play. Marilyn Monroe is correct. Which meringue-based dessert was named after a Russian ballerina? Pavlova is correct. In what year was construction on Hadrian's Wall begun? You're going to pass it. The Greek island of Kalokairi is the setting for which musical? Mamma Mia is correct. What was the only game show that Bruce Forsyth hosted on American television? Hot Streak is correct. 1 minute left. What's the capital of Lithuania? 4 away from the million. Vilnius is correct. Who fronted the Radio 4 panel game Wordaholics? 3 away from the million. Giles Brandreth is correct. 2 away. Google is a subsidiary of what parent company? 40 seconds left. Alphabet is correct. 1 away. In Greek mythology, Apollo is the son of Zeus and whom? Gonna pass it. 30 seconds. Of the 7 ancient wonders, which is the only one known to remain standing? Bayard is now active. The Great Pyramid is correct! And second time the charm for Clive of Legend. The redemption. The redemption indeed. The questions that you didn't answer there. Hadrian's Wall begun on AD 122, as I try and destroy a moth. And in Greek mythology, Apollo is the son of Zeus and Leto, or Leto, we're looking for there. And you topple the 1 million dude pyramid. Something like that. It is what it is, Clive. This game, I think, has seen better days, honestly.
Vindication is totally what Clive thinking.
Absolutely, Puzzle, and thank you for the 100 bits there. Yeah, this game has been going since day one. Since literal day one of all of this stuff, and it's surprising it's still surviving to this day, but hey, still having fun with it. Once again, well done to Clive, getting 1 million dupes there at the end of winning lines. Let's close that off there. Let's bring some music back into play. I need to also bring my cam back on as well, so let me find my way to that. Activate! Hello, I'm back again. I'm over here. Basically, write things in, people. Well, it's also a case of I also need to look at the questions on the question website because they haven't been touched for a good while. Proogs has written some winning lines questions and they just haven't been proofed yet. So it's a bit on me, that. Right, we've got a wheel thing to spin to close the stream off tonight. So let me go to that. Go to cam only, in fact. We'll go to this one. Hello, Big Me. Holy shit, a wheel. I know, right? It's almost like it's a gimmick. Let's do that. The fade out is back on Pretzel. They've actually brought that back. And it's time for the wheel. Yes, it's already 10. It's amazing. Time flies when you're having fun. Let's see what we got tonight. Big spin. It's a big spin tonight. I don't know why I moved that up there. Oh, we're doing some marbling again. Marble race. All right then. Let me bring the mic back down this way. So, 25k marble race it shall be, but for whom is it going to pay out? Orb. I suppose they are orbs, yes. Here we go. Who's paying out? Looking at the middle of the wheel here now, folks. The middle of the wheel. Let's go Fibonacci. I mean, it's probably one of the biggest paying ones out there. Or we could just do RNG. We could just do RNG. So, do we need a marble race? Yes, we still need to do the marble race. We need to maintain the integrity. We still need to maintain the integrity of this race. So, what we'll do, I've got an idea in mind now, because I haven't really, just realised, haven't really thought this through, but now I have thought something through. What we'll do is, we'll take account of who's in the race at the beginning. I'll roll a random number between 1 and that number, and whoever is in that position at the end gets the 25k. And if it ends up being that we RNG a place that doesn't finish, then no one wins. That sounds good, right? That sounds good, right? They win even if they don't finish. Well, no, because they didn't finish. So what we're going to do on the track, we've done all of Oni's tracks, actually, so we're going to have to go wider this time. Let's go for... All right, then. In that case, we'll go for one with a very low elimination rate. We'll go with the Queenly Diabolical Universe with only a 3% elimination rate. That's what we'll do. So, if you'd like in on this race, exclamation mark play is what you need to do. Let me change my game layout capture thing to do the right thing. Capture marbles. Do that. Same to you too. Marbles, so we're going to capture. Thank you very much. So, that's all there going good. So we'll get you all in, and then I'm going to roll some RNG. Let me go to random.org, because that's the source of all the random numbers these days. A true random number generator I can do. We currently have 36 marbles in. There's the labels. There are the labels. Got them all showing up again. We're going to put some Cassiopeia on, I think, because I was jamming out to all the music earlier, so we'll definitely put some of that on. Do I have a 37-sided die handy? I don't, actually, but I do have random.org. Galactic Funk, says M3. Mint Jams, says Oni. No, actually, we're going to go for something slightly different. Though, is this one that's... Oh, yes, that's definitely what we want. That's definitely the kind of feeling we want. It's going to be called Swallow. Swallow's the next track that we're going to be playing on this album. Oh yes, it's Happy Eurovision New Year as well. Actually, someone did say it in chat earlier this evening. Yeah, I think someone actually did say it. But anyway, supermarket sweep. No, you did that. Don't need to do any more. So, random number between 1 and 36. We are going to look at the following position. Oh, unlucky for some, position 13 is going to be paying out tonight. Position 13 is where you need to be. So, let's get this underway. Unlucky for some is where you need to finish. Lucky 13, very much so. Here we go! Now, what's interesting is we only have a leaderboard of 10 places. So, it's going to be interesting to see if I can keep track of who crosses the line after the top 10. Amy currently with the lead, followed by Cetra and Miss Vertigo. Remember, you need to be in position 13. And Erin forgot to join. Amy still holding on to the lead. You kind of need to slow down, Amy. We go through the water wheel. Or over the water wheel, I suppose. Going round and round. It's still Amy, followed by Riff. Then Tipson and Pyro. Then Colin, then Ohey, then Deuce. We're already getting some eliminations at the back. You can't win in DNF, unfortunately. You do have to finish at the very least. There's a bit of a blockade going on, so it's anyone's race right now. There it goes, finally. Phase 2 of the race. It really is anyone's race right now. Oh, which way are you going to go? Which is the more beneficial way? But apparently it's just only going to the right. Oh no, Ralph's joining you as well. God, this texture. It's making my brain hurt. It's a big arc, this is. Oh no, Oni! Just beelining it. Can't be bothered to wait around. Now in the lead. Oni, you need to slow down a bit. Oh, hello. I can't see what's going on in this obstacle. Just trust that stuff happens. Oni with a resounding lead now. Followed by Jerry, then Mr. Vertigo, then Dragon. What you doing, Oni? You need to slow down a bit. Coming to the end of the track. Just three obstacles to go. Oni still in the lead. Dragon going the fast way round. But getting caught up. Jerry now in second place. Oni beelining the funnel. You are unfortunately being too fast here, Oni. You are first finisher. Followed by Jerry and Dragon. Followed by Mr. Vertigo in fourth place. Riff looks to be taking fifth place. And does indeed do so. Cetra currently looking for sixth place. ABME for seventh. Or maybe Ohey. Ralph possibly for ninth place. Clive and KS for 11th or 12th place. This could be interesting. I think that's 12th place that just landed. So Pyro, I believe, is going to be 13th place. But we will look at the leaderboard at the end to confirm that that is the case. But I believe Pyro Pygmy has taken 13th place. We will wait for the official results at the end. Opsy coming in, finishing off the track. Deuce, Mark and Drahuska coming in. Flyboy, Connor, still making their way. At least there's no one all the way back there. Pozan is the one right at the back of the pack right now. We have only lost 2 marbles in this race, but Puzzle, you do need to finish, at the very least, just to get yourself some points for your own benefit in marbles economy, whatever that is. You think Formula 1 should just declare the winner by RNG too? I mean, that's what they do half the time, isn't it? They just randomly follow their own rules, and that's RNG enough, isn't it? Looks like Puzzle is going to be our final finisher. As we get this interesting track. Well done, Puzzle, you are our final finisher. But who was 13th? Just to confirm, let's go to the official classification. Pyro Pygmy is indeed 13th place and will be getting 25,000 notes. Pyro Pygmy, 25,000 notes. Well done there, Pyro. Great racing. Finishing in 13th place. That is some great racing there. As another moth has found their way in. That's what I get for leaving the window open. Well, adequate racing. Very much proves adequate racing. Well, that brings us to a close on tonight's stream. Thank you for tuning in for some winning lines this evening. What have I got for you next week? Well, I've got Deal Royale, courtesy of David J, on Wednesday. And we've got Relativity by Lingo next Friday. That's what we've got for you on my stream next week. Tomorrow evening, over on Ben's side, I'm not there this time, and I'm pretty certain nobody else is there other than just Ben. Maybe Megs and maybe Mini Flush will make an appearance as well. But over on his side, we've got Crossfire the Abyss and Bidding War. So all sorts of new stuff going on. Wow. New old stuff or old new stuff happening on Ben's side tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Hashtag get Ben a guest. JB's having a break from Wheel After Dark and stuff this weekend, but do go and give him a follow anyway. Maybe doing some random streams here and there, or just chilling out in the Discord. Similarly, no Quarren stream going on tomorrow evening either. So Lee's having a bit of a break as well. So having a bit of a rest over the weekend over in the States. Might do a weird stream or two, very much so. Just keep an eye out on the usual Twitch socials, etc. But there is Hands on Buzzers. They are happening later on. They were playing Scrabble last week. Are they doing some more Scrabble tonight, or is it not? No, Super Password tonight. It's Super Password tonight. That starts out at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. So over on this side of the world, 1 a.m. British summertime is when Super Password will be kicking off. And you know what? I will give them a shout out, because I don't usually give them much of a shout out other than by word of mouth. So do go give them a follow. The sign-ups will open 1 hour before the stream starts. So they open up at 12 midnight UK time. The Discord being... you know what? I think it's on the Twitch channel. It should have the link to the Discord. I don't have an invite link to hand right now. But yeah, that's happening tonight at midnight, or slightly later on. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling because I need to go and chill for the remainder of the evening and then chill for the weekend. It's happening at midnight. It is Super Password over on Hands on Buses. Well, 1 a.m. actually. The sign-up starts at midnight, but it will be 1 a.m. when the games start on Hands on Buzzers. The Twitch channel there. Right. That is it for me. Anybody to raid into? This is great music, this. It's Cassiopeia. They generally do some good music. Anyone worth raiding into tonight? Let's have a look on the categories. Anybody else quiz showing? Oh, actually, there is, though. Again, not in a language I'm familiar with. Oh! Yeah, no, that's definitely not a language I'm familiar with. I think it's Czech. I think it's Czech. So if you know some Czech, go and have us say hello to ZDCZ. Wow, that's a mouthful and a half. Let me go and find someone else. Find someone else to raid into. anyone randomly I can go and raid into. Let's go and raid into... Oh, actually, there's someone doing some Gartic or some words on stream. We'll go and raid into Daxren. Going to raid into Daxren and say 40. 40 is our message. Because of course it is. So take care. I will see you next week for Duel Royale. Take care. Have a good weekend. Bye! Damn, that music just ended so perfectly, didn't it?